What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the all-new 2024-25 Impeccable EPL Hobby Box from Panini. This is one of Panini's higher-end soccer products, and these launched for $800 on the Panini website, so a bit cheaper than last year. And probably won't be reviewing First Half Line this time around since I missed the drop, but we're going to show you guys what these boxes are all about. So let's get right into it. If you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more, consider dropping a like down below and subscribing if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel and really helps us grow and helps with the YouTube algorithm and all that awesome stuff. And when you click on eBay search links on this page, it can result in us earning a commission, which also supports us in the long run as part of the Ego Partner Network. All right, so let me show you guys all the sides of the box. Here's the front. There's silver foil. I thought it was going to be gold based on the images on the website. And let's get the packs out. This should be a 1x8 format, or actually, yeah, I guess it is 1x8. All right, let's set this down and get all these fillers to combat weighing boxes. So let me show you guys the back, and you guys might want to pause this to see everything so you can see what to expect. But we are going to be getting at least 4 autos, 1 additional auto or mem, and then a base card, a base parallel, which is going to be or actually they're all numbered, and either a stainless steel card, a silver bar at a 39, or a 14 karat gold bar numbered to 7. And yeah, I'll put up a reference table on the screen for you guys to help with the visualization of the parallels and a comparison with the last couple of years. And it does look like that the print run increased by around 4% from last year, which puts the total hobby print run at almost 3,300 cases. And each case is going to have 3 boxes, of course. And here are some reference images as well for some of the autos you can get from these, in addition to some on-card autos like this Thierry Henry over here. It says Gunners at the top. Thanks to Mr. Stronghands for providing this image in the Discord. But in terms of chase rookies, we do have Miles Lewis-Skelly once again and Mikey Moore leading the pack. And then we have Lucas Bergvall, Tyler Dibbling, Archie Gray, and Bilal El Khanous even. But all right, moment of truth. Let's get into this pack and see what we're going to get in today's video. Let me set this down over here. Not really going to bother doing maybe like a different slow reveal approach, but let me just make sure this is a base card. I think it is. All right, that's what's going to start things off. And usually, so I kind of paused earlier when I was opening the box. There's usually 2 packs, like the main pack with all the cards and then the pack with the metal card in it. So don't know why they switched that up. I can see the stainless steel card at the very end. So we're not going to be getting a silver or gold bar, unfortunately. But hopefully we get something maybe just as cool. All right, so first card is going to be base. Loving how clean this card looks. The design kind of reminds me of the 2019 a little bit. There's a lot of similar elements, but here we go. This is going to be 60 out of 65. I was deciding which way to rotate it. The other way didn't make sense. So let's set this one down as our base and our Mateusz Cunha 1 of 5. Love to see it. Guy's doing absolute great things for Wolves, arguably carrying the team on his back as well. So these are going to be like 70 point. I'm not 100% sure. You'll need more than a regular penny sleeve. Just got to make sure to prep the corner. Let's test it out here. It is going to be very, very snug, but it does work. So just get a regular penny sleeve. And then by prep the corner, I mean like basically take one of these sleeves and then just cut the corner just a little bit so you give the corner room to slide in without, you know, damaging the corner. All right, the rest of these cards should be like 130 point or maybe 100 point even. So let's take a look at this first one. Ian Matson. This is going to be out of 49. Looks like it's the silver parallel for the patches. And let's see, actually enclosed memorabilia is not for instance of game or event. All right. I'm not surprised at this point. And this should be 130 point. Let's test that out. Is that going to fit loosely in a 130 point or fit snugly or perfect? All right, it is a little bit loose, so I'm guessing this could be 100 point. All right, let's put this here and test it out together. So 100 point seems like it's a perfect fit. All right, usually patches are thicker than that, but this one is not going out and it did not feel too tight. Putting it into the top loader. All right, I think this is going to be first auto. It is going to be Illustrious Ink. So this is what they look like this year. So they have like a rainbow design every year. It's like a little different, but And the numbering's on the back for some reason. I mean, I just like turn it around and look at the back, but 66 out of 96. All right, that's very, very interesting. Jamal Lascelles. I mean, it looks pretty cool. What do you guys think of this design? I actually like it. And I am using thick sleeves for these guys, and these should be the same thickness. So just to save time, I won't put it in the top loader. And let's take a look at this next one here. We have, oh man, is this can't be a 101. I think it's a silver. Okay, there it is. You can barely see the numbering. All right, for a split second, I thought it was a 1 of 1, but it is 10 out of 49. Indelible ink, Evan Ferguson. I used to think these were all like on-card autos for indelible ink, but I guess maybe not this year. I do think there's quite a bit of on-card autos, at least more than last year. Wait, did we get 2 metal cards? I think we did get 2 metal cards. What does that mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, well, didn't see that one coming. So is this, what is that going to be? Oh, that's going to be green. So I want to actually keep that one to the end. Let's take a look at this first stainless steel David Silva. Nice throwback, relatively speaking, out of 25. So this is, I thought these were numbered higher than that according to checklist. So this is probably a parallel. All right, this should fit in a regular penny sleeve and should fit in a 55-point top loader. No problem from what I remember. There we go. All right, let's put this guy in the back. In my opinion, best one so far, next to the Cunha. Let's take a look at the last one. Is this going to be a rookie? It is going to be Morgan Rogers, second year according to Panini. Is out of 79. Okay, so the base is out of 79, and then that's actually also a base, but it's an auto. That's why it's out of 25. All right. Didn't think I'd ever see 2 from a single box. I feel like it has happened before. Also 55-point here. All right, we will do a recap here in a little bit. Let's see what the last card is going to be. Taking our time with this box. Is this going to be Hall of Fame? I really hope it's going to be Hall of Fame. Which direction is it? That is... Wow. Sonny, Master Strokes, green. 2 of 3, actually, not out of 5. Wow, look at that. What a beautiful autograph. Of course, some people will say it's just a bunch of scribbles, but he does that for a reason. Not the scribbling part, but he writes it like that, so it's very hard to actually replicate. So, a very smart man. Love to see it. It's actually an amazing looking card as well. The 1 of 1 would look absolutely sick, because I'm a big fan of the platinum color that they use for 1 of 1s in this set. So, all right. Just put this in a 100-point top loader, and there we go. Hit of the box. We got 2 greens. Gonna put this one in a 100-point as well. And let's do a quick recap for you guys. All right, so let's almost do basically in order that these were pulled before the Sunny at the end. All right, so we got a base out of 65. We got a base parallel green out of 5. We have indelible ink out of 49, silver, and then we also got, I mean, it has some color to it. And then if this is silver, or actually this is probably base. If it's out of 99, it's a base. All right, Jamal Lascelles, Master Strokes, or Illustrious Ink, sorry. And then Ian Matson, 49 silver. And then we have stainless steel Morgan Rogers, and then stainless stars David Silva auto. And then the hit of the box, Master Strokes, Sunny. Love to see it. 2 of 3. This is actually very, very rare. So I'm glad we actually pulled this one. I think, I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure you can get his on-card autos. He's probably in one of the checklists, but you might want to double check. But in terms of rating, guys, I'll put it up on the screen while we talk about it. But, you know, starting off with the design, very, very similar vibes to the 2019-2020 Impeccable set like I mentioned earlier. So it looks like they went full circle here to end the EPL license for now. Not a bad design by any means, but just not the best design, in my opinion, that they ever made. It's still much better than the 2021-22 set, in my opinion, and it's probably just like 1 step down from like last year's design. But in terms of base set size, it stayed exactly the same with about a 7% price reduction per box. So that's, I guess, somewhat of a plus. So we're starting to see prices that make a bit more sense. Maybe not fully just yet, but we're getting there slowly but surely. And that being said, they did increase the print run by 4% for hobby boxes. Is it ideal? No. Is it much better than the 10, 20, 30% print run increases that we've seen for other products from other manufacturers as well? Absolutely. but at least that came with somewhat of a price reduction this time around. So another plus right there. Nothing too crazy, just like little things piling up here for the rating. And like we said in the past, you know, honestly, they should totally reduce the base set size for the set, since it is a higher end product. And I'm sure a lot of you would rather not see players that no one collects if you're paying this much for a box. So, you know, got to create a chase somehow. I do understand that concept, but, you know, also have to find that right balance, and I don't think we're there yet. But going after the case hits, especially the gold bars, I do want to mention that gold prices are up in the market right now. So if you're not collecting any specific player, your main chase is probably going to be the 14K gold bars, which, you know, should be valued at almost like $1,000 per bar, since it's like half troy ounce or whatever at the time of filming this video. And there's a total of 140 gold bars in the print run, which is almost a 1.5% hit rate. So just keep that in mind when you're searching for the golds. And in terms of auto checklist, just a small improvement from last year's checklist, even though it is below industry standard overall for like the good auto ratio. And it does feel like there are more like on-card autos compared to last year. And don't forget, the highest numbered auto you will be getting is going to be out of 99. So that's also another nice little point there. But other than that, guys, this is what Impeccable is known for, and a fun rip if you can handle it. Just make sure you budget for it correctly and you should be good. But just going to leave it at that, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content, group breaks, and giveaways. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.